shit go.
Yeah, man. But hope everybody's weekend's been interesting. You know what I mean?
Yep. Had a recorded an episode of Bridges of Bankrolls yesterday.
Shout out to the guys, man.
Shout out to Bill Collect 817 Central Intro. We had a guest on Tyler Silence out of D-Town, Texas. Shout out to that guy right there.
Yeah, man. Shout out to anybody coming through showing the squad some love.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about?
But other than that, I was in that sun swimming yesterday.
Ooh.
Little mama had me everywhere.
Man, listen, that's one thing you gotta love when you have a child, man. Is that swim time.
Yep.
Like don't nothing compare to that swim time, boy.
Man. So I got her this little Barbie boat. And now all she want to do is play Barbie dolls. So she took from outside of the house to inside.
I'm not mad at that though. She's taking what she has and she's making something of it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. So she enjoying that. Now she can swim. She out underwater, on top of the water, swimming, diving. So she good.
Yeah, man. I was chilling. I ain't really had much going on this weekend. My daughter had a basketball game yesterday. Shout out to the Storm. We won 32-2, I believe.
Hey, 32-2.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the squad. We got another game coming up, our last game of the year. If we win that game, then we can we can finish second.
Yeah.
And then we got the fall season that's finna jump off at the end of this month. So we finna go right back into it. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm getting my little coaching, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my little thing, you know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Trying to do my little thing, man, and but it's love though, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's been interesting. Let me see, man, give me a little time. Shout out to everybody out there. I give y'all some time to get up, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody's moving at their own pace right now.
Man, and it's early.
I give y'all some time to get up. I ain't gonna my expectations for everybody to be up already with me right now is very low.
Sunday morning, yeah.
Right. Trying to think of anything in the world of non-sports related things that was going on. Like anything that popped up on your timelines?
I don't think so, bro. I mean, nothing we ain't already talked about before on one of our
That's
shows.
the problem. When you got something, when you doing so many podcasts, like you kind of all your subjects start to bump into each other. The next thing you know, you talking about the same shit.
Man.
Yeah, man. I've been knee deep in Ozark.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Ozark, man.
I heard that was a good show.
That shit is serious, bro. Like it is serious.
Word.
Jason Bateman, you know, you only know him for
comedy roles.
Yeah, but it's completely different. It's like the same guy, but he's like super serious.
Super serious. Yeah, I seen a couple of the episodes. I think I got through like one. I got through
but you know what it is though. It's a complete ripoff of Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
It's just more dramatic. Like the first episode of Ozark is so fucking crazy. Yep. That like it keeps you there, and then you watching it, and then all this crazy shit going on. But it's pretty interesting, man. I'm not mad at that. Like I've been indulging in that. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, I heard. Like I said, I think I got the first 3 or 4 episodes. It was pretty good. I don't take nothing from it.
Yeah,
I just don't. So much shit going on with me, I can't finish the damn series.
And it's Sunday tonight, so you know we got another episode of The Shy coming up for those who watch The Shy, like I do. You know what I'm saying? I definitely indulge. I know my guy came on here and said it wasn't real. Yeah. But then I've seen other people from Chicago say it's a very accurate depiction. So I'm like, well, Raz, we need to talk again.
Yeah.
Come back.
I don't think Raz get out the house much. That boy stay cooped up.
I'm like, man, hold on. I thought people said they like this. Why is it? It can't just be me. Like, but nah, man. Shout out to everybody out there. And I guess since that's for the most part it, we could get into some real live sports. To start us off, we had this awesome fight between, now hopefully I get this name right. Stipe. Is it Miocic? Stipe? Miocic.
Yep.
Defeats Daniel Cormier via unanimous decision in UFC heavyweight trilogy fight, right? So I can't really say I'm surprised about it though.
No, Stipe was the champ going into this one, and I didn't watch it last night live. I ended up watching it rewatching it this morning. But I mean, Stipe came in. He did what he had to do. He got a couple body blows. You know what I'm saying? Cormier did a damn good job. But I mean, going in, you can tell that Stipe was the better man that night.
So Stipe Miocic defeated Daniel Cormier via unanimous decision.
Yep.
To retain the UFC heavyweight title in the main event of UFC 252 in Las Vegas. Miocic increased his record of most title defenses in UFC heavyweight history with 4. This was the third fight between the two men, and Miocic broke the tie, winning the trilogy.
Yep.
UFC President Dana White said coming in that Miocic Cormier 3 would determine the greatest heavyweight in MMA history. Miocic on paper certainly has the best resume of anyone to compete in the sport's most prestigious division. So shout out to that man coming in and kicking ass. So right now it says that Miocic is tied with Randy Couture for the most UFC heavyweight title fight wins with 6. And he outlanded Cormier 115-105 in significant strikes. So he was beating his ass.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad. Cormier just makes me feel good about being with the dad bod. Like, you know, if he can still kick ass out there, shout out to him kicking ass with the dad bod and giving men like me, you know, hope for the future. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here.
I think he built a little different, though.
That boy out there throwing mean overhand rights.
That's what I'm saying. Wrestling niggas and grappling and shit, yeah.
So Cormier said repeatedly heading into the bout that this would be the final fight of his illustrious career. I'm not interested in fighting for anything but titles, he said. I don't imagine there's going to be a title in the future, so that'll be it for me. I've had a long run. It's been great. So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? But although Dana White said that he's not certain this will really be the end, but he said that if that's what he want to do, then he happy for him.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, Dana White need him. He not finna go out like that.
Right.
He see that bank, that nice little paycheck one day. Oh yeah, he'll come back and fight.
Right. So Cormier has lost to only 2 men, Miocic and longtime pound-for-pound king John Jones. He lost twice to both men, though one of the losses to Jones was later changed to a no contest, like you told me.
Yep.
And so Jones tweeted after the fight.
Of course,
he said, you know, heavyweight world championships. I will be seeing you real soon, victorious. So apparently my man is not, you know, he's not willing to gracefully bow out of the spotlight. How you feel about that?
I'm glad Cormier's retiring. Cool. But as far as Bone Jones, like, I just need him to get his shit together. I'm tired of him going in 1 fight, 2 fights, and then finding out he done took some type of performance-enhancing drugs, or he back on the coke, or he done wrecked his fucking car, or he done punched somebody or something like that.
Right.
Like, I'm tired of him going through extra shit. Like, just come fight, keep fighting.
I mean, listen, that's rough for certain people, especially people like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently it's hard for him to stay out of trouble. So, you know, I don't really know what's his issue. Hopefully now he's, you know, learned a little bit from being ostracized from the sport for the most part. So hopefully he's learned from his bullshit, but who's to fucking say? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
Nah, I mean neither.
He's done it too many times.
Right. So we'll see what Cormier does though. Like that'll be interesting to see. Like,
honestly, it's been talk. You know, he's a professional wrestling fan.
Right.
So I think he may have something in cahoots with Vince McMahon, either or Triple H, one of them guys. He may end up going over there and doing something.
Right.
Whether it's commentating, because you know he does his little sports thing, his little commentating thing when he's not actually fighting. So,
and that's what I was thinking. Like, is he still involved with that type of shit? Like,
yeah, he's gonna end up either he's gonna commentate somewhere. He's still gonna get a paycheck. Something with UFC where he's gonna be commentating, ESPN where he's gonna be commentating, or he's gonna end up going over there with Vince McMahon, probably doing a couple. You see what Brock Lesnar did, Ronda Rousey's done it. So he probably end up going over there, taking it easy.
That's true.
For a year or so, get a nice little paycheck. Because Brock getting like fucking, I think almost like $5-6 million. It's
just crazy.
So
that is completely crazy.
Yep. And he only wrestles what, 2 or 3 times a year. Yep. So
all right. You got a little bizarre. Well, I'm not gonna say bizarre. Listen, with all this stuff is going on and people trying to stay safe from COVID and all the things that are put in place for COVID and all of that kind of stuff going on, right? Yep. I understand that there's precautions that need to be taken, and these players need to follow them. So, in the case of my guy Kima Severin, shout out to you. I'm gonna give you a little hand clap because you know it takes a lot to do some shit like that and think you was gonna get away with it. So the rookie cornerback, Seattle Seahawks, was cut this week after trying to sneak in a female visitor into the team hotel.
Yeah.
The Seahawks cut the rookie this week after he was caught on video trying to sneak in a female visitor where the team is locked down due to COVID-19. The NFL Network reports Severin is said to have had the woman wear gear from the team in an attempt to disguise her as one of the players. Shout out to you for your innovativeness, my brother.
Well, he came up with a master plan of master plan.
That shit sounds smooth, though. Like, look, throw this warm-up, throw these pre-game warm-ups on, put a hat on, and kind of walk with your chest out, you know, your shoulders up.
Nah, fuck
I'm in room 411.
I want to know how big she was, first of all. You out here trying to disguise her as a player, and then who is she going to look like? Russell Wilson? The smallest guy on the team.
Okay, so if it's so tell me this: are they at a hotel that's exclusively meant for NFL players, or is there other people there? Because if there's other people allowed at the hotel, why couldn't she have just walked in with her regular clothes on and then just went to your room?
Unless you get to a certain floor, because some of the teams got certain amount of.
So that might have been what it was. In order to get on this floor, you gotta. Man, my man.
That's probably what it was. She called in, checked, like, oh, excuse me. She trying to keep her head down. Like, no.
I wonder what is it. Let me see something, man. Let me see. What's my man's name? Kima Severin. Let's see where my man was drafted at. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm not mistaken, somebody told me he was undrafted.
So he's one of those kind of guys, right?
So I think that's why it was easy to cut him. It's not like they really needed that, nigga. But like I was telling somebody the other day about the same story, yesterday about the story, when everybody started going down from the COVID, God forbid, and people start getting injured, they're going to go right over here, throw him a little chunk of change, and they're going to get right back on somebody's team.
He'll get back on the team. I ain't worried about it.
It ain't going to be long at all.
Yeah, if he was undrafted, which I think he was, that's why it was so easy for them to. If this was Russell Wilson sneaking Sierra in there, they wouldn't have said nothing. They're just like, oh, you're good.
About this.
You're good, Russ. You need that.
Yeah. You good, Russ.
Kima, that's not you, bro. Sit down. You're not Earl Thomas or Richard Sherman or nothing like that. You wasn't part of the Legion of Boom. You didn't win no Super Bowls. Sit your ass down somewhere. So, another story in sports.
You want to get into that quote real quick? From
I forgot
about that.
Oh, please.
So Deion Sanders commented on this whole conversation, and Prime said, "I truly don't condone his simple-minded actions, but I sure understand his simple-minded actions." And his quote under that was, "I would be lying through my beautiful teeth if I told you I don't do the same thing this kid did, but I was Prime. I made more plays than Tyler Perry." You can't cut Prime.
My boy said I made more plays than Tyler Perry.
I made more plays than Tyler Perry.
Shout out to Prime, man.
That
boy's
Prime.
Never short of a good quote, I swear to you.
That's the man.
And just a heads up, man, after today's show, if anybody misses today's show, you'll be able to go on to thebeastradio.com to check out the show on the audio only. So if you miss it, don't feel bad about it. You'll be able to tune in. You know what I'm saying? Today will be the first. We'll probably premiere it at the normal time that we used to premiere the regular show, which is 7, just so you know. You can check back in. But shout out to them over there. Shout out to my boy, DJ Danger One, and everybody that's involved with that. That's a pretty big deal. Another topic from the sports world was the Big Ten and Pac-12 saying they won't play football this fall.
Oh, yeah.
But the Big 12 reportedly intends to, which, of course, we in the South down here do what we want to do.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So the Big 12 and the Big 10, and Pac-12 conferences each voted to postpone college football and all of their other fall sports seasons. The Big 12 conference, following a meeting on Tuesday, still intends to have a fall football season. The ACC and SEC, the two other Power 5 leagues for football, have yet to declare how they plan to proceed. So they don't know yet. They just like, shit, we're gonna watch what y'all doing. Like, y'all tell us y'all. But what I want to see is if everything goes right, do these other leagues that Saturday, because they're gonna miss a ton of money sitting out, man. Like, they're gonna miss a ton. Money. So the Pac-12 announcement says competition won't resume until next year, meaning its basketball teams and other winter sports programs won't play until 2021. And then the postponement of the 14-team conference 2020 football season will put a hold on some of college football's oldest and most heated rivalries, including the game, which is an annual November showdown between Michigan and Ohio State. So that was dead. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to suck. That's money.
Yeah.
That's where college get a lot of its money from. Playing these games, and then big colleges playing. And then a lot of little colleges pay or get paid to play the big colleges. So
FCS schools and shit like that.
They're missing a lot of money. And then what's going to happen to these players, bro? Like, what's the quarterback out of long hair? I forget his damn name.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. He's supposed to get drafted. And then now you cutting either the season or now you ain't supposed to have a season.
Right.
So how does that look? He missing money.
I just wonder, are they giving them all a year extra of eligibility?
I did hear that. One of the the ESPN morning show, whoever the hell they got now, talking about they supposed to get like a extra year eligibility. I don't know which conference it is though.
Right. I wonder because it just seems very, very.
But it's only for the players in this fall season that would miss it, not anybody else.
Okay.
Like the seniors, if I'm not mistaken, they get an extra year eligibility.
Okay. Well, you get an extra year to play. I'm not mad at that. That doesn't. It's not like they just taking a year away and saying, "Hey, screw you. You go about your business."
Exactly.
Thanks for everything you've done.
And they were saying, so what's going to happen to the freshman that's coming in?
But see, it's a log jam. And I was hearing about how it's going to pretty much equal them having to play the equivalent of 2 seasons in 1 year. So if you play in the spring and the fall next year, that's 2 seasons, which a lot of people that talk about it is commentators. But if you ask the players, they probably like, shit, let's do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. So it's just the same thing with the NBA. All that talk about all the shit was going to happen, and the players was like, yeah, we want to play. Like,
that's what they want to.
Man.
I wonder if the people that opted out is kicking themselves now.
At the NBA?
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm mad. Like, what the fuck? Why did I, like, I see it's going well.
Them niggas make their money anyway. So that's the only thing. Now, I'm sure a lot of them wish they would have played. But I mean, if it's just tough because that's taking you away from your family. Yeah. So if you one of those teams that don't make the playoffs, then then you go back home to your family. Right. But then they are having it to where you could bring your family up there now. So which is the next thing. I heard, yeah. So maybe that'll ease some of the tension for some of these niggas, man, and they'll stay out of trouble. Stop trying to sneak females in and stuff like that. Well, that ain't really happening in the NBA though. So
everybody chilling.
Plus, they don't want to get put on blast as the person that did it. You know what I'm saying? And compromise it. Yeah, you'll look real dumb. Like, you're going to look real dumb if you see something that's working as good as this is and you fuck it all up. So, speaking of the NBA, we can get into a little NBA talk.
Shout out to my boy Alex Smith real quick, who just got the okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you had that later on in the notes or not.
If anybody, I didn't have no football news, so that was perfect. If anybody has a chance, go watch that documentary on Alex Smith where it talks about his comeback from that gruesome leg injury he had for a leg that shouldn't even be working anymore. Man. Like, he should have a prosthetic down there the way that leg was mangled. So shout out to him for coming back and finding his way.
Yeah, after 17 surgeries in 9 months. They say it just reactivated him off the PUP list. Pub list. Physically unavailable to perform or something like that. I forget the term or whatever, but so he's back. He got cleared for all football activity, and so now he's back. Washington football teamer or whatever the fuck you call him.
Shout out to that man.
Now he's back there with Haskins, but I think they may throw him in the garbage time to get his feet wet. So
makes sense. Yeah, Anything else in football before we get into NBA talk completely?
Besides the nut that lost his damn, the snuck old girl in and Alex Smith, I think that's it.
Oh, the 2 tight end deal. Shout out to George Kittle and shout out to Travis Kelce. George Kittle getting 5 years, $75 million, and then
which he deserves.
Kelce getting like 50 something for 3 years or something crazy. So
both of them.
It's a good day for tight ends in the NFL, man. Like. Get out there and catch some balls, and be a receiver at the tight end position and get you some money. I don't really know what their statistics are blocking and all that extra shit, but Kittle kicks ass. I had him on my fantasy team last season and he was great. So shout out to them for signing them huge deals.
I had Kelce last year and that motherfucker, all he does is catch touchdowns.
I wonder what's gonna happen with that all completely, like fantasy football, like. What if you pick somebody that ends up getting COVID and they out the whole year?
I guess they're just going to injury list.
Because it's going to happen.
Just like somebody tear the ACL and they out for the whole year.
Because essentially, that's what's happening in baseball. Like, they can't get it together. So,
but they it's just like football. They're going to be traveling doing the same shit. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't think they're going to make it past week 2. There's going to be too many teams that come up. It's too many players in football. Somebody going to catch that shit and spread that shit.
Like, they killing each other in baseball. I just seen that the Reds, was it that had to postpone their shit again?
And they was playing, I think the Pirates, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that series is canceled, I saw. So, good luck with that, people.
They said they was going to try and make it up Monday if they could.
Okay.
But, yeah, they had a little series, but.
All right. Well. It is what it is with that. We can get into the NBA now.
Let's go.
So we could talk about the awards in the bubble so far, which, in itself is a pretty dope concept when you think about it. Yeah. Whoever came in and kicked ass in these seeding games needed to be recognized. So, of course, we had the inarguable Dame Dollar. Yeah. Named MVP for the seeding games.
Of course.
Unanimous. Nobody voted for anybody else but him. So shout out to my guy.
He's been busting ass with those couple games.
Shout out to my guy.
I wonder who came in second, though.
I know I should have put that in here. I didn't even see who did.
I don't even think they talked about it, probably.
He had a mission. I saw a tweet from the rookie on his team where he was talking about how he told him before they went out for the quarantine thing that I'm about to do some crazy shit, some shit you ain't never seen. We're gonna make the playoffs. He said he told him that, and he was just like, to see it now. That's really a legend. You know what I'm saying? So he came in and did what he said, and that's what he said before he came into the bubble. That, hey, I don't want to go out there if it's not gonna really give us a chance to win.
Right.
So once he saw that it was set up that way, he came out and got to it. So shout out to Dame Dollar for all that. Shout out to that whole team though. Like Melo getting busy.
Yeah, Melo.
The redemption story for my man Melo.
Big shots.
CJ McCollum is a bucket every time. Like he went to work last game.
Killing.
Like Memphis, you know, and they played a tough game. But
Memphis was balling.
It was just at the end they didn't have enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then fucking CJ McCollum, boy, that boy is a problem.
That boy's a bucket, bro.
That boy is a problem, straight up and down.
So we had Dame winning that. Then we had Suns coach Monty Williams was named the coach of the seeding games.
Who else should it be?
8-0.
8-0.
8-0.
And still didn't make the playoffs.
Right, because of Dame Lillard.
Yep.
They needed a combination of Memphis and Portland losing games,
right.
and it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
So shout out to Monty Williams and all he's went through, man. I know he lost his wife and all that extra shit, and so it's good to see him kind of getting with that franchise and turning them around. Like I saw him talking to the team afterwards and telling them, hey, this ain't that same old Suns team that you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something different. So hopefully they come out. It's a short turnaround for the season next year. Hopefully they come out, keep that going, what they got.
Yeah, keep that same energy next year.
Booker is crazy.
Booker's a bucket every time.
DeAndre Ayton is crazy. Ricky Rubio balling.
Yeah.
So they got
I'm glad to see Rubio balling.
They got a solid team. Yeah, he deserves some. He was so dope in international competition too.
Every time, but you gotta think who he's playing with though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the brothers out there.
Crazy team. Ain't that the same team Ibaka is on? And like, don't they all play for Spain?
Ibaka?
Ibaka plays for Spain too.
He does. I thought he played for France.
No, Ibaka played for Spain.
Okay, well yeah. But I know that was Rubio, the two brothers, Gasol brothers. Remember Rudy Fernandez was on there for a little bit. There was somebody else on there too. I can't think of their name. Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, he plays for the Spain national team.
Serge?
Yeah.
Okay.
He his nationality is Congolese in Spanish. So
okay.
I remember seeing him playing and thinking like, what is he doing there?
That's wild.
Like why is he on there? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody watching, man. I appreciate everybody in there watching right now. I know it's early. You know, if you got up early enough and was already on your shit like most adults is, then it was easy to be in here. So shout out to y'all.
Man,
you know
if you're watching, man, click that share button.
Please share it with your people.
That's all you got to do is just a little button down there to the corner, right corner, shaped like an arrow. Click that hoe.
Help us out.
One time for your mind.
So let's see who else. Oh, we had the first team. So the first team of the Bubble Awards went to Dame Lillard, of course, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, James Harden, and T.J. Warren. So shout out to them brothers.
And T.J. Warren. Who thought in a million years you would see that motherfucker's name in there?
That boy came in and did his thing, man.
Boy.
Second team.
Until he ran into Jimmy Butler.
That's why I want to see how this playoffs go.
Oh, they got them in the first round.
Yes. We finna talk about that too. So the second team was Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Kristaps Porzingis. Shout out to Kristaps. Chris LeVert and Michael Porter Jr. made the team. You feel me? Like that's a crazy second team right there.
I think Chris LeVert could have made. If I was gonna say if Kyrie was there,
he'd be the third option. Yeah, but that's pretty standard for what's been going on in there, man. As far as like how everybody's been performing, I think LeVert has been playing big. They get Jamal Crawford back for the first game of the playoffs too, so that'll give them.
I didn't even see what happened to that nigga.
He kind of strained something and went out.
Well, I mean, I can imagine not playing for so long.
But he played. He came in and played solid minutes though, so they really looking forward to that. So, so for some of these matchups, these playoff matchups, we can get into that in depth. That's what we here for this morning, y'all. Like we here this morning to talk about basketball. So if you don't want to talk about basketball with us, I understand. But that's what we finna do. Unless y'all got something else we can talk about, we here for it. You know what I'm saying?
Comments
if you in the comments or you want to talk about something else and you ain't got time to hear this, okay, just tell us what you want to talk about, and then we'll get with that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We'll deal with that.
That's love.
So first series we could talk about is the Orlando versus Milwaukee. Now keep in mind, Orlando ain't beat Milwaukee all year.
Nope.
Not once. They 0-3 against them boys. You know what I'm saying? So Giannis is averaging 36 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists against them.
Nobody can stop Giannis. I mean, nobody can stop Giannis, period, really. But
the hope was they was gonna have they would have Jonathan Isaac there if he was still healthy, but he blew out his.
Come on.
Listen, I'm just
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, bro. But come on, you know, just like I.
That's what they say. Nah, there ain't nobody stopping him.
That's what I'm saying. A nigga now he's shooting threes. Like get out of Texas with that.
You should be the 2-time MVP there. So let's, we ain't gonna play with that.
Is that how you really feel?
Yeah, he should be.
Okay.
If it's based on the most valuable player on the best team,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he could go to LeBron with Anthony Davis out there.
Okay.
And James Harden is James Harden. So, that's
I mean, you still got Russ there, but
right.
with James Harden taking up
he nasty,
85% of the fucking
nasty.
Yeah.
So the Bucks. Oh, go ahead.
I would like to see Orlando win it just because this bubble's in Orlando.
That'd be nice.
That'd be wild.
They don't have no go-to though, so that's gonna kill him.
And you're not winning with Aaron Gordon?
Nah.
No.
So the Bucks have a league-leading defensive efficiency of 101.6.
Yeah.
The difference between Milwaukee and second place Toronto was the same as between Toronto and seventh place Indiana, but the defense hasn't been the same in the bubble. So the Bucks ranked 8th after the restart. So their defense is still solid. It sank a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
I think we about to see this defense turn up during the playoffs.
Yeah.
The bubble season, niggas was scoring 130, 140 points. Like,
yeah, they 0-4 against the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen in the playoffs.
Playing without Jonathan Isaac, torn ACL, who would have been his best chance of slowing down Giannis. Let's look at a sweep for that. Like we'll call that one a sweep.
Them niggas didn't win all season when we was normal.
All right.
So you finna come into the bubble and then hit me with the Jonathan Isaac.
They gonna
come on, fuck out of here.
They dropped the bomb on us with Jonathan Isaac.
Like they said that nigga name
like he was gonna come through and just kill shit.
Oh, Giannis, Jonathan Isaac. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So let me see. You got Markelle Fultz playing, so that would be a different look. He kind of bouncing back to the. It's just tough to tell, man. But if I'm a bet man, then my money is completely up on the number 1 seed, the Bucks, in that one. So I'll give the Bucks that one.
Yep.
So we got the next one is Toronto and Brooklyn, which should be pretty dope. Marc Gasol has been pretty good for them in the restart.
Yeah.
And they gonna need him.
Now that he got the swing of things.
Right.
He got traded mid-season last year, right? Yeah.
But the biggest concern for Toronto is that they've been remarkable defensively, but they lack offensive punch in the half court is what they say. So where they can run in trouble at the other end, particularly when teams take away their elite transition game, Toronto can get stagnant in the half court, which leads to it needing some three-pointers to fall. So if they go cold from deep, it could get to be trouble against some of the league's better team. Emphasis on better.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Right.
I think they'll be all right in the playoffs. I think,
they'll breeze through this.
Niggas just taking it off. You know what I'm saying? These seeding games, all the top 6 teams had to do was just win a game.
All right.
Like
and the Raptors have the top defensive efficiency in the league.
Yeah, fool, come on.
They're number 1.
Time off. These playoffs think it's going to get serious.
They're number 1 at 101.8. No other team is better than 106. So they 5 efficiency points ahead of the next best team. So even if they don't shoot well, they'll still lock you down.
Yep.
As far as the Nets, with 2 of their primary shot creators being down with Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert has been, playing at a superstar level.
Yeah. But he's been doing that since he came back, since he broke his leg or whatever was wrong with him. That nigga been balling.
So he's pretty much kept his teammates from the uncomfortable role of having to create their own offense. He's been the offensive there.
Yeah.
So the biggest concern for them, of course, even though they've beat both the Bucks and the Clippers in these seeding games, but neither one of them teams played their players, so I don't even give them that. They have been lighting up the scoreboard, though. They kicked off the restart by scoring at least 115 points in 6 straight games. So they've been out there scoring buckets. That defense ain't going to cut it, though. And then they finna run into a newbie in Pascal Siakam.
Boy, that nigga's a whole thing of trouble.
Yeah, so that's who, as far as LeVert goes, that's who he's going to have guarding him. So... good luck with that, bro. 2 long-armed wings that do nothing but 3 and D.
How tall is How tall is Siakam?
Siakam is like 6'9", 6'10". Yeah, he's
and he got the long arms too.
They play that. Listen, bro. Even with him and Kawhi there, that's why they were so tough to beat. Not just because of Kawhi's D, but because of this man too. So
and then you had Serge.
Right. Which is he still there?
Serge?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they still got the same squad essentially.
Same squad, yeah. Only person they lost was Kawhi.
I feel like he's been invisible. Where is Serge? Like, he's been completely invisible.
Because Van Vliet been balling,
Mm-hmm.
Pascal been balling, and like you said, Mark been balling too. So would have been interesting if KD would have came back in the bubble.
That would have been awesome. I was hoping he did, but then when I saw
the whole regular season come back for these last couple games in the bubble,
he wasn't gonna chance it.
Him and Kyrie come back.
Instead, he's shooting videos, dunking on Drake and all that. Shout out to that new Drake video though. It was super dope. I fuck with it.
I listened to it this morning.
That boy went to the Nike complex and shot a whole video with the Nike athletes.
Who's doing that, bro? Nobody.
That's the greatest video I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
Out there.
Yeah, come on, man.
And then he gets sacked by Marshawn.
Mm-hmm. So who we got? We got Boston, the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting matchup. This is where we getting out of that best and last type shit and getting closer to teams that have, closer together. I think this will be probably one of the best matchups in the East.
Yeah.
How you feel about that one?
I think it lost some of its oomph when Ben Simmons went down. So, I mean, I think it's not going to be the same.
Well, that's what they say the biggest concern there for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Just to adjust without Simmons and figuring out,
because, I mean, the primary ball handler was Ben Simmons. The primary scorer was either him or Embiid, and you take one of them away. Once you shut down Embiid, because you can't be shut down, even though how nice he is, but what do you do then?
So what you counting on with them is Embiid now. They're going to have to play big. Embiid, Horford, and Tobias Harris. So they're gonna have to play. That's what they're saying is like with him being out, they're gonna have to maximize the size that they have first of all, and give Embiid as much room as he can to operate. Who's have to play big though? The point guard behind. Let me find out. Let me see. Because I don't know
who's gonna be. I mean, because who you gonna have handling the ball? You're not gonna have Tobias bringing it up and down every time.
No, hell no, can't. I don't. Shake Milton. I believe that's one of them.
Stay two.
Let's go to depth chart.
That's interesting.
Because I don't know who they backup point guard either. They got Alec Burks out there.
Okay.
Some guy named Ryan Brokoff.
Okay.
Furkan Korkmaz.
Okay.
Shake Milton. Raul Neto. Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
I don't see a point guard here. Zaire Smith. And then Matisse. Thybulle. Yeah. So
got it. Good luck with that.
Essentially, what they finna have to do is play big and lean on them the three forwards and slash center with Embiid, which for Boston is actually where they suffer the most, right? So Boston doesn't really have a big. They've been relying on Daniel Theis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the last time that they played Embiid, my boy hit him for 38 and 13. So he's pretty much has the ability to wreck everything they got going on.
But if you let Embiid go and give him what he gonna get and just shut down everybody else like Boston can do,
right?
Because Jaylen Brown played defense, Tatum played defense, Marcus Smart played defense,
and that was what they were saying for the Sixers is the liability with them is gonna be Al Horford having to guard. You know what I'm saying, having to guard Brown or stepping Brown, out because they play with that. They play with them three out there. So you know what I'm saying. They got Kemba out there. They got Gordon Hayward.
They gave more minutes, Kemba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's stepped it up, but they said that's probably the main thing for them is that he's been healthy throughout this whole thing. So
Cardiac Kemba.
Yeah, man.
And once that nigga gets started, they're gonna be trouble out there.
Oh yeah. Shout out to everybody watching, man. I see y'all in there.
Man,
you all are the engine that makes the train move, okay? That is how it works. Again, if you miss it or if you just want to tell somebody to hear the show, we will be live on The Beast Radio.
The Beast
After this show, I will put the matter of fact, let's do that now. I'm going to put the link to it in the comments so that way if you get off of here, you can hop back in here and listen to this on your own. You won't get the luxury of seeing these gorgeous faces.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to everybody for watching, man. So,
if you're watching, man, share this
for
us one time.
That's
Click that arrow shake button at the bottom. Share wherever you wanted to share.
All right. Shout out to everybody. So who we go? Oh, next matchup we got is the Pacers and the Heat. Which is another one of those tight ones, man. Right. Pause. It's going to be another one, though. Like,
I'm glad to see Victor back, right? He's been balling.
So he's officially back. Let me share this. website in the comments for anybody that's there. You know what I'm saying? Tell your moms, your dad, your uncles, your aunties, everybody who interested in listening to two young black men do their thing out here.
Hey, one time for
you know
your
what I'm
mind.
saying? So we do got Victor Oladipo coming back.
Yep.
We got my boy T.J. Warren.
Super T.J. Warren.
Getting busy.
Man.
Getting buckets.
He even have his fucking hands full, though.
Ooh.
But Jimmy Butler, the only nigga that don't play out there. He be playing, but he don't play out there. Like,
yeah, so we got my boy kicking everything off with a 53-point explosion. He's averaging 40 points a game through the first 3 games. 65% shooting.
39.7.
Which is dangerous. Like yes, 39.7. So he's officially busting your ass. Which if he can continue at that clip, is gonna be crazy. But I'm just kind of skeptical to see him doing that for a longer period of time with somebody like Jimmy Butler trailing him.
No.
Yeah. Biggest factor for them is Oladipo, like you said, though.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler don't play that shit though. And the last time when they played him, the last game in the bubble or a couple of games ago, Jimmy shut that shit down.
He did.
He only got like 12 and 5 or something like that. Like T.J. Warren didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah. So the biggest X factor is Oladipo. If Oladipo can come back healthy, then that's a big deal.
They bigs play too.
Right. He has 174 points. Warren has 174 points in 5 games, tied for the 5th most by a Pacer player over a 5-game span. That's a really lame ass stat. And now, if you would have said in the history of the game, but I don't give a damn who's top 5 in the Pacers scoring.
Pacers. Who? Rick Smith,
Reggie Miller.
Fuck
out of here, Mark Jackson. Get out of here, man.
Man, come on. I'm forgetting somebody.
But shout out to T.J. Warren for coming out and busting ass, though.
I'll take that.
Because I thought he was going. So, as far as that matchup with them two, a beef, if you may call it, between Warren and Butler, even with their past dust-up, Warren considers him nothing more than the nature of basketball. But this could be a factor, though. If Jimmy shuts him down, this is going to be curtains for Indiana because they're already missing their 2 primary. Well, one now with your boy Sabonis being out. And then,
that boy gets buckets, too. That's nice. I like the bonus pause.
So if Miles Turner can go on the defensive tear for Indiana and Warren stays hot, Oladipo holds up, then they may shock some teams. But it has to happen in that order. They're not going to be able to do it without it.
Yeah.
As far as the Heat go, the most consistent person helping out your boy has been Tyler Hero. Shout out to Tyler Hero for a walking bucket. Jay Crowder and Abadeo, bam. They've had some nice games. But the biggest concern for the Heat is going to be who can fill that secondary spot after Jimmy consistently. They got Dragic there. They got all these people there that can do it.
Dragic ain't the same Dragic, though.
They got Kendrick Nunn out there who gets busy and gets buckets, too. So they have enough to, Duncan Robinson who shoots the lights out.
Man, crazy.
So there's a lot of individuals on that team that can really get it going.
Just one of them got to step up.
Right, man, right. So that's the biggest thing for them. If they can find somebody to step up in that second and third spot there, then they have the ability to compete with everybody because they got a star there that can get it done. But again, and they play solid defense.
Man, hell yeah, they do.
Who do we got next? Oh, we'll go to the Western Conference, which is always one of them things in the West, going out west. Playoffs a little bit more crucial. So we got the Lakers and the good old Trailblazers, right?
Yeah.
So
I already know how you feel about this one.
Yeah. Like, I know which way I want it to go.
How many games do you think it will take for the Lakers to win? You think it's going to go out 7?
Depending on how we come out playing. If we get that same LeBron that's been coming out giving us 18 points and relying so heavily on Anthony Davis, then we may not come out on top because Anthony's going to have to spend a lot of... let me stop before I say that because I was going to say he's going to have to spend a lot of energy on defense, but JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard play a pretty solid stance of defense, even when he's not on the floor.
Especially McGee, I mean, as goofy as that nigga is, like, McGee gets the job done. He'll toss your shit to the third row if you ain't watching.
I'm banking on that. I'm banking on our bench playing a little better. I'm banking on Kyle Kuzma to come through, a little bit more than he has been. You know what I mean? Because if he can give us a 25-point effort each time out, then we in the good with that. But we going against one of the hottest team in the playoffs right now since the Suns ain't in it.
Exactly. So who's gonna guard Dame? We already know where LeBron's gonna be. He's gonna be out there, Melo.
It's gonna be a combination of Deion Waiters and
y'all get Rondo back, right? Is he coming back for the first game of the playoffs?
I don't know. Even if
they said when he initially went out, they said he'll be back in time for the playoffs, but I don't know if it'll be first round, second round, depending on how far y'all get.
Right. No, I don't think even with him there, we don't have nobody that can do it.
Yeah.
You got Dame out here pretty much killing. He's had a 60, a 50, and a 40-point effort in this bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So we could pretty much strap Bruce Bowen and have Ron Artest trailing this man, and he just shoot it from the logo.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to it neutralizing that, yeah, but I think we
still got to worry about CJ too.
Yeah. I think as far as teams go, though, if you give me Bronny and AD against McCollum and Lillard is how I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm. That's what's
I'm gonna take that because I like our third options better than I like theirs. I'll take Kyle Kuzma over Nurkic as far as consistency. If he can play at a high enough level.
Nurkic been balling, though.
I know.
You think his stuff got his grandmother? God rest in peace to his grandmother that just passed away. You think he gonna keep up? You think that's gonna have something?
That's what I'm saying. We don't have any.
Nigga last night, what he got like 20 and 20.
He closed the series out for them. He did.
So I don't know. Nurkic might be a problem.
He's gonna be. I mean, but you got to think about it. He's playing against
three bigs. AD,
he's playing against Anthony Davis,
and McGee, and Dwight.
So
don't forget about Melo.
Yeah,
you can't forget about Melo. As good nice as he been in this playoffs.
Yeah.
Or this entry games. Don't forget about Melo.
Yeah, they're a scary team to see in the first round because they shouldn't necessarily even be an 8 seed. Like they shouldn't be an 8 seed.
The regular season would have played out differently. Like I think they would have ended up 6th.
Right.
Where they balling.
Right. Yeah, they shouldn't be an 8 seed. Like ain't no way. But I mean, I'm optimistic. I really don't have a reason not to be right now because I don't know how.
I just want to. It's all depends on how Bron.
That first exactly.
If LeBron came out being playoff Bron, then they're gonna have trouble all night.
All right.
Because there ain't no way in hell Melo's gonna stop Bron.
No.
Playoff LeBron at that.
Nah, and he shouldn't even be starting. So I ain't even. If Melo is starting, they're gonna have trouble because their bench doesn't really stand the test of time either. So.
Yeah.
Who we got next? We got the Clippers versus the Mavericks, which should be an interesting series to see really what the Clippers is made of. Because the Mavericks is playing with house money right now, right? So, they are looking at a team that's defensively sound.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, completely from front to back.
They got a solid big in Ivica Zubac.
Solid. That boy's an issue right there.
Montrezl Harrell being back.
Yeah.
They still got J. Michael Green. Lou Williams.
Off the bench. Mr. Six Man.
Shamet. So I guess their biggest concern is just a matter of consistency because they ain't been together.
Yeah.
But once they figure it out and they get that going, they're probably the best team in the league right now. Like, I can't even front with you. Just comparing that roster to mine, even the Lakers.
Yeah.
It's the best team in the league, like, if you're looking at it. You know, we got some people on the bench, you know, the Morris twin and a few other, you know, spare pieces, but they team is solid.
Caruso and JR, and I don't really even want to count JR.
So I guess their biggest concern is they, you know, just with that, but they'll cruise through the first round. I think the Mavericks will put up a fight.
Yeah. I don't think Luka's going to be able to hold it together the whole time.
It's going to take everybody else. He's going to need Porzingis to. Yeah, they're going to have great games every single time.
Because Luka's going to get his triple-double. That we already established that. His 30-point triple-double, assists 15, rebounds 15. I'm just going to put it in that area.
Right.
He's going to get either one of those in that area. So Porzingis, what is Porzingis going to do? Is he going to hold up for a 7-game series if it goes 7?
Right.
If it goes 6, he's going to hold up?
Yeah, I'm not counting on that.
Exactly. So I think they'll get 2 off. I think the Clippers will take it in 4.
Interesting little nugget, though. Mavericks average 125 points in the bubble, have the most efficient offense in NBA history, scoring 116 points per 100 possessions. So,
because nobody's playing defense.
They out there kicking ass.
In the game, like all these games in the bubble have been 130, 140.
Yeah.
All that, like high-scoring games. So, and especially Luka, he's getting money out here. You can't really do shit with Luka.
No, that he's one of them guys now.
Even with Kawhi, like I wonder if how he's gonna perform against Kawhi. Real
because they're gonna swap it out. They're gonna put Kawhi on him. They're gonna put Paul George on him. They're gonna put Beverly on him. Everybody's gonna have their chance at him. So he's gonna have to really show that he has what it takes. Because this is his first time in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Last year he didn't make it. So that's gonna be interesting. Like Luka's like I said, I'm a big fan of Luka. So I think he'll pull it off. But he just don't have enough. Not until they get that third that third person.
Right.
That for show person.
All right. What else we got, man? Shout out to everybody chiming in, looking in. I feel y'all. We got the Jazz and the Nuggets.
This should be good.
Yeah.
This should be good.
Two similar styles of teams. They like to get out and run, shoot a lot of threes, quality big men. To see Jokic against your boy against the Eiffel Tower, yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. Michael Porter Jr. out there, who's been the X Factor, right?
Exactly, the X Factor.
Star averaging 22 and 8 in the bubble on 42% from three, which is, listen, when you had an opportunity to draft that boy and you didn't take him, you had made a mistake. I mean, you knew he was the best player in that draft from jump.
And he only played a half a game in college, like. Listen, it was kind of, you know how these professionals is. They
seen it with the boy. They seen it. They seen it with the boy. So on top of that, Jamal Murray playing lights out in the bubble.
Always. That boy's a fucking problem ever since he got out there.
Yeah, and then you still got Jokic like we talked about.
Jokic.
Bol. You know what I'm saying? I guess their biggest concern is, they lack consistency. So, the rotation from injuries and all of that. So once they healthy, because they still missing Harris, they still missing Barton.
Yep.
So they got a whole team out there. You know what I'm saying?
Ready.
So they relying a lot on Jeremy Grant for defense, which he's a capable defender, but that's going to be tough going against somebody like Utah who has multiple people they can throw at you.
Man. Jeez, it's scary to think about that.
Yeah, because they got Rudy Gobert. He's averaging 15 and 11 right now with 2 blocks.
What Donovan? What Donovan averaging?
Let me see. It don't even say. I can find out though, but
him and Michael Conley. I forgot Conley was over there too, balling.
Yeah. Like, listen, if between him, what's the other guy's name?
Which one?
And I hate to say this, the white guy.
Oh, Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Ingles. They missing somebody too. Bogdanovich. Donovan is averaging 24 right now. As far as what he's averaging in the bubble, though. I don't know if it's something different. I'm sure it is. It has to be better. But right now in the season, he's averaging 24 a game.
And they got Moutier out there, too.
Yeah. So the Jazz, they're not even with Gobert down there right now. The Jazz ain't the best defensive team in the league as you think they would be.
Gobert was what, defensive player of the year last year, right?
He's probably all they got. Other than that, you can get buckets on the Jazz, which is to be expected, you know. So matchup to watching this one is Murray versus Mitchell. So you'll get a battle down low, but pay attention to Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell because they got the kind of games that you broadcast on TV. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Jazz gonna have to clean up that defense against the Nuggets because they score a lot of points.
Right.
They got a lot of capable weapons over there, especially on their bench. Their bench is pretty deep. The Jazz have lost as many single-digit games as any team since the restart. So they play a lot of close games, but they don't come out on top. It seems like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. I'm interested in seeing that one.
That's gonna be a good one. Yeah.
Rockets Thunder is the next one, which is gonna be another good one. That's a 4 or 5 matchup. All 4 or 5 matchups be lit. If you don't know nothing about playoff series, 4 or 5 matchups is always lit. Like them, the ones that last longest. Those the ones that can have more capability of going 7 games and being interesting. Because them 1-8s usually go how
right.
Even the 2-7s and sometimes the 3-6. So
real quick and easy.
Yeah. So as far as the Rockets go, let's see. Same with him. James Harden, averaging 35, 9, and 8.
Yeah.
Shooting 53% from the floor since the bubble started.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much playoff ready.
And they're gonna be without Brody for
that's the biggest question, that availability.
Yeah,
he's out. Well, for the first couple games of the series.
Okay.
So if they want to make a deep run, they don't do any rebounding. But they undersized. They play small ball. So they're not in that position. If they come against a team like the Lakers, it's gonna be
issue.
Yeah.
Harden gonna score fucking 90.
All the deficiencies fall back on Harden, which is always the case. They did have Austin Rivers scoring a career high 41 in the bubble, so he's picked up his productivity since the bubble started. So maybe he'll fill in for Brody. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
But he's guarding Chris Paul out there, which is, on the other end of it.
But Chris Paul's a whole still problem in his age.
Yes.
Like, the boy mid-range game is ignorant. Leave him open for 3 if you want to. He's gonna get to the bucket anytime he wants to with that old man game.
Like, it says he's officially reestablished himself as the point god.
See,
because he's been healthy though. You know what I'm saying? And he's leading the NBA in clutch time points. So when it matters, he's out there, and it's by a wide margin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's leading by a wide margin.
Come on, Chris Paul.
Their biggest concern is some of their seeding games was a little choppy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Game 1 was a domination of the Jazz, followed by a lackluster performance against the Nuggets, and then they blew out my Lakers, and then turned around and got blew out by the Grizzlies. So that consistency is what they're looking to keep up with.
Right. I'll take that.
Steven Adams missed a couple games, but he's a solid contributor.
Boy. That motherfucker gets busy too.
So that's what they saying the biggest what to look at in this is Steven Adams playing against a small ball lineup. Mm-hmm. He's going
to destroy.
Essentially, Steven Adams against what's your boy's name? With the shoes.
Oh, PJ Tucker? Yeah. Man.
Because that's who they be running out there at the 5. You know what I'm saying? So you got them playing against each other, seeing how it goes, man. So
Steven Aquaman is going to destroy that, man.
Right.
Wow.
So, I mean, line it up. Let's just run down who we think we'll take it. We're going to go right back from the jump on this. We'll start with where we at now. Give me who you taking in the Rockets Thunder series.
I think Oklahoma City will take the Rockets.
How many games?
It'll be a game 7.
Game 7?
Mm-hmm. By the time Brody get back, they're going to be going tit for tat.
Yeah, I think if Oklahoma gets out to
depending
a 2-game lead.
Yeah, depending on how many games Brody come back. If you come back third game and Oklahoma already up 2, 3.
What if they win? What if the Rockets win the first 2 games? Because the home and shit don't matter no more. They're not at home either way.
None of that shit matters.
So it's like if the Rockets come out and win the first 2 games, then Westbrook stays out longer. He comes back. That'll be interesting to see. So
I think Harden's gonna run out of gas like he always does in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't have any hope for them. So I'm gonna go Oklahoma in 6.
Oh yeah, I'll take Oklahoma in 6 too.
Oklahoma in 6. So Nuggets and Jazz. Who you got?
Nuggets and Jazz. Oh, I'm gonna take the Nuggets in 7.
Okay. I like that.
Nuggets in 7.
Yeah, because the Jazz will push you to it, but I feel like the Nuggets have more players that'll push them over the edge, and I just feel like it's their time right now.
Yeah.
Like I think Jokic could be tough to defend right now.
And please believe the Jazz gonna get their shit.
All right. Mavericks, Clippers.
I'm gonna say the Clippers in 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Clippers in 5. I feel like it'll be 5 tough games. It'll be 2 blowouts on the Clippers side, and then maybe 2 more close games. But
I'm gonna give a little bit more credit to Luka, just because he's even though he's Euro champion, he's a Euro champion MVP, Euro champion.
Listen, that man is playing against that Doc Rivers defense.
I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but that's why I didn't say he was gonna win the series. I said I'll give him 2 games.
Oh yeah, he's gonna show his ass. Luka's gonna put up historic numbers in this series. I have no doubts about it.
Yeah, so I give him 2 games, but the Clippers gonna take this shit easy. Okay.
Lakers, Blazers. You know where I'm going. I'm gonna go Lakers. in 6.
I'm with you on that. Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6. Mm-hmm. I think the
Portland gonna give him trouble.
They'll give him at least 2, but I think the Lakers will pull it out in 6.
Yeah.
Heat in Indiana.
That's gonna be good, but I'm gonna take the Heat in 5.
I'm gonna say this one is gonna go to 7. I say so? This one go to 7, and I'm gonna give the edge to the Heat.
Okay.
I think Indiana will push them if everything goes like we said. Then I think Indiana will take it. Celtics, Sixers. I'm gonna go Celtics in this one. I feel like without Ben Simmons, that's a tough hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Well, if Ben Simmons was there, I'd probably pull the other direction. But I'm gonna go the Celtics in 7.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Celtics in 6.
Yeah.
And like I say, that whole not having Ben Simmons thing is gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
And Boston got too many punches they can throw at these niggas.
Right. Brooklyn and the Raptors. I'm going to go the Raptors in this one. I'm gonna go the Raptors in 4. I don't think Brooklyn's gonna give them a game. I think they'll give them some close ones, but I think the Raptors got this wrapped up, bro. Like, no pun intended.
See, I'm on the fence with that one. I'm Raptors in 5, Raptors in 4. I see the whole sweep thing going.
They're gonna throw them claws on that boy Karras, and there ain't nobody else gonna know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm still gonna give him 1. Raptors in 5.
It's respectable.
Yeah.
Maybe Jay Crossover.
It's gonna be on some bullshit though. It's gonna be on some bullshit though.
Jay Crossover come out and get some buckets.
Boy, and then he gonna get another 50-point game.
Right. And then we got the 1 seed in the Bucks against the Magic, which we know
4-game sweep.
Yeah.
I'm taking that 4-game sweep.
Okay, same here.
I wish they would just play one game and get that shit over with.
For real.
Be done with that shit.
But see, that'd be the game that the Magic win. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck? How did you kick this? Yeah.
Like, damn, these niggas won. Yeah, all right, so, I'm cool with that. So, just a quick one-off. Who do you think is taking it all from both sides? Like, who do you think? Who you think you're going to see in the championship? Let's mark it now. Episode, whatever this is, on August 16th. Stamp it, and we'll come back to it once we all get to it. Both sides, West and the East.
I'm not betting. You know me, I'm a LeBron fan.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the Lakers and the Raptors.
Ooh, that'd be nasty.
Lakers and the Raptors.
I'm gonna go with my bias, of course. But we the number 1 seed in the West, which it's not necessarily just a bias pick. I'm going based on what I've seen. I'm gonna go Lakers, and then I'm gonna take the Raptors.
Why not the Bucks? There you
go. Because I feel like if they played again, I think that Nick Nurse has the recipe for Giannis. And so I'm gonna go with the Raptors instead of the Bucks because they've already been there. So I'm giving it to recency, and I'm giving it to the fact that they got players that play big roles in them games and came out on top. Until Giannis proves it.
The boy out there shooting threes now.
I know.
He's stopping and popping on threes now.
He is.
Okay, but Lakers versus
I'm gonna go Lakers Raptors.
Okay, so why don't you think Lakers Bucks? You think the recipe, or they got the?
I think that Nick Nurse has I think they have enough. I think as long as you have a capable defender to throw in front of him, make him shoot. That's what they did last year. Make him shoot. It wasn't really Kawhi locking him up. They made him shoot. Yeah. So unless he gonna score 50, they got people that can guard Middleton. They got people that can guard. Van Vliet is gonna do a job on Eric Bledsoe. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they match up very, very well. Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. I know that the Bucks are a deep team too, though. So that's where I'm kind of like, but it'll be tough. But I think Toronto will make it out as long as they don't have no injuries. Yeah. I think they're good.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, man. We right at the cusp of it. Shout out to everybody for watching. We appreciate y'all dearly. Shout out to everybody that shared it. I did see we had quite a few of those. Yes. Everybody that's still looking in on this, we definitely appreciate y'all. This is a one-off. This won't be an every week thing. Nah. We just do a bunch of working and a bunch of recording. I actually have something I need to record later on, so we'll probably be back up here again. Not probably. We will be back up here again. But shout out to everybody that watch. We'll be back at 7 p.m. next week. Watch that new episode of All Over Radio. Should be premiering on Wednesday this week. We premiering at late nights, giving y'all a chance to get home and get your jammies on and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Shout out to Bridges and Bankrolls. Shout out to everybody that support us. We should support you. Any potential sponsors or anybody that got any business that you'd like to be promoted, please hit us up in the inbox. Let us know what you got. We're not looking to charge you, you know what I'm saying? But, we willing to help promote. And shit, if we want to buy some merchandise from you or, purchase some things you got going or a service you provide, let us know, man. In the meantime, y'all, I think y'all know what it is, man. We close with the same thing every week.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.